Hi there and welcome. If you are just so tired of your phone buzzing all day long with calls from numbers you don't recognize, you're definitely not alone. It's one of the most frustrating things about having a phone these days. But the good news is you have the power to stop them. So today, we're going to walk through the simple built-in tools on your Android phone to help you get some of that peace and quiet back.
Okay, first things first, and this is really important. Getting these calls is not your fault. It doesn't mean your phone is broken or that you did anything wrong. It's a problem that affects just about everybody. And you know what the best part is? The solution is already built right into your phone, just waiting for you to switch it on. I promise you don't need to be a tech wizard for this. If you only take one thing away from our chat today, please let it be this. If you don't recognize the number, just let it go to voicemail. Think about it. A friend, your doctor's office, a family member, they'll always leave a message if it's actually important. Scammers? They almost never do. This one simple habit is your most powerful defense.
So why is that so important? Why not just answer and hang up? Well, think of it like this. When you answer an unknown call, you're basically confirming to a computer somewhere that your phone number is real and active. It's kind of like raising your hand and shouting, "I'm here," to a room full of telemarketers. That computer then puts you on more lists, which, you guessed it, just leads to even more calls.
You can actually get pretty good at spotting these scam calls. First, there's the obvious one, a number you just don't recognize. But you also want to be careful with those local-looking numbers that you weren't expecting. And if you do happen to pick up, listen for that weird long silence or a little click before anyone starts talking. And here's the biggest red flag of all. Anyone who immediately tries to make you feel panicked, demands money, or asks for your personal info. Just trust your gut. It's usually right on the money.
All right, enough talk. Let's get to the good stuff and actually do something about it. See, your Android phone has this amazing built-in shield just waiting for you to activate it. This is your first line of defense, and once it's on, it'll start filtering out a whole lot of these junk calls for you automatically.
Okay, let's walk through this first one together. Feel free to pause this if you want to follow along on your own phone. First, open up your main phone app. That's the little green icon you use to make calls. Now, look for three little dots, usually up in the top right corner. Go ahead and tap those, and then tap on Settings. Now you're looking for something that says Caller ID and Spam, or maybe Spam Protection. Now, don't worry if your phone calls it something slightly different. Just look for that word Spam. Tap on it, and just make sure that little switch is turned to On.
And that's it. Just like that, you did it. Seriously, that's all it takes. With just those few little taps, you've turned on your phone's protective shield. It's now going to work in the background, identifying and weeding out those pesky calls before you even have to deal with them. That one little change is a huge step forward. So that automatic filter is fantastic, but what about that one annoying number that just keeps getting through? For those really stubborn ones, we've got another tool in our toolbox. Let's take a look at how you can block any number you want so they can never ever bother you again. And good news, this is super easy too. Just open up your phone app again and tap on your call history. It's probably called Recents. Find that number that's been bothering you and just tap on it. You should see a little menu pop up with a few options, and one of them will say block or block/report spam. Just tap that, confirm you want to block it, and you are all set. And once you hit that block button, it's like putting up a permanent do not disturb sign for that number. They won't be able to call you, and they won't be able to text you either. It's just a really simple way to get some peace and quiet from that one specific caller. Okay, so for most folks, what we've already done is going to make a world of difference. But if you're thinking, I want even more protection, well, there are a couple of extra optional things we can look at. You don't have to do these, but it's good to know they exist. So first up, there's this really clever feature that some, but not all, Android phones have. It's called Call Screen. So what on earth is that? The easiest way to think about Call Screen is like having your own personal receptionist for your phone. It's common on the Google Pixel phones. What it does is it has the Google Assistant, that helpful voice, answer the call for you. It'll ask the person who's calling and why, and you get to read what they say on your screen as they say it. Then you can decide if you want to answer. And you want to know the best part? Scammers hate this. They usually just hang up right away. Okay, and one last little tip for some extra help. Your cell phone company, whether it's Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, or someone else, they almost all have their own free tools or apps that add another powerful layer of protection. These can often stop scam calls before they even get to your phone. Again, you absolutely don't have to do this, but it's just good to know it's out there for you.
All right, we've gone over all the tools. Now I want to talk about some of the common worries people have. Because the whole point here is for you to feel totally confident and in control of your own phone. So let's clear up any questions you might have. So let's tackle the biggest question I hear all the time. People worry, if I turn on all this spam blocking stuff, am I going to miss an important call from my doctor's office? Or what if a family member is calling from a phone number I don't know? And I am so happy to tell you that the answer is a big, reassuring no. For one, these filters are really smart. They're designed to catch the bad guys, not your doctor's office. And two, just remember our golden rule. If a call is actually important, the person on the other end will leave a voicemail, so you really won't miss anything important. Okay, here's another one I get asked a lot. You're waiting on a call from the local pharmacy, and a number with your same area code pops up. You answer it, and it's just another scam. So what's going on there? Well, it's a sneaky little trick called spoofing. The scammers use technology to basically put a mask on their real phone number, and they make it look like it's coming from right down the street. They do it for one simple reason. They know we're all more likely to answer a number that looks familiar. It's just one more reason why it's so smart to let those unknown calls go to voicemail. You see all these ads on TV and online, right, for special apps that promise to stop all unwanted calls? So it's natural to wonder, do I need to go out and spend money on one of those?
And for pretty much everybody, the answer is a definite no. You do not need to spend your money on a special app. The free tools that are already on your phone, plus the free help from your carrier, that's more than enough power to get the job done. And it doesn't cost a dime.
I just want to leave you with this one thought. I know these calls can feel relentless and frustrating, but you really can get them under control. Getting that peace and quiet back on your phone, it's not some fantasy. It is totally 100% possible. So remember, at the end of the day, you are in charge of your phone, not the scammers. You decide who gets to ring through. By using these simple tools and trusting your instincts, you can take back control. And it is always, always okay to just let that strange number go straight to voicemail.